Hello, hello. This working? Okay. First of all, I wanted to address some things from last night and tonight. I wanted to apologize because I had some difficulties setting up the audio at the beginning of the record. I only realized afterwards, but I will try to do better and improve every time. Uh, Today, I'm going to do something different because surprisingly, you did not choose to keep playing uh, Resident Evil Requiem. I had a plan. I swear I had a plan to get out of the care center in one go, or two, or maybe three. It was a plan. But we are today playing Slay the Princess. This game I played extensively, so like the last one, there is no surprises here. Actually, I would say since this doesn't have a different mode, harder or whatever challenge, um, there will be no surprises here. So I will be focusing more in like trying to deliver uh, you some interactive experience. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you engage. And if you're watching from the future, I want to ask you leave a comment. If you want to ask for some other content, I'm making polls for the one subscribes, uh, so they can vote on what we do next. And I want, if you just pass by, I want you uh, to be able to leave your opinion. So regardless of if you enjoy this one, leave your opinion. And if you want to join the community, join my Discord. I will post there all my game library, all the games I intend to acquire that are coming up, including November GTA 6. We will be playing that here uh, on release date. And that's it. That's everything for me before we start. And let's start. So, whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. So let's begin a new game. There's no jump scares in this one, at least
At the
not a
end of
lot.
that path
And
is a cabin,
I
and in the
I would
basement of
like
that cabin
you to give me
is a
feedback on the audio. Like it is okay, it is too high, it is too low. Do you hear the narrator on the
You're
game?
here to slay her. If you don't,
Do you
it
hear
will
me
be
too
the
loud
end
or
of the world.
they too low? I don't know. So this is the setup. The narrator just laid it off. Um, we are on a path in the woods, and the end of the path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin there's a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. So we have several explore options. Every explore option is chat. It's not a decision usually, generally. And then we have some action options. So we can go to the cabin, we can try to turn around. What I want to do on this first one is I will choose one path, but I will try to show every possible uh, like interaction, explore interaction.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? If you made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
So right away, if you start asking questions, this seems very, very suspicious. Like your first instincts might be try to antagonize the narrator, and like it's okay. It's something like you can actually do here. But let's
While I
keep
appreciate the mental
asking
exercise,
questions.
we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her. Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society. Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Okay, so the next one seems one of the explore options that actually are direct, uh, even though it won't matter usually.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Okay, have you considered maybe I'm okay with the wall ending? Oh my god. Okay, nihilism.
Of course I haven't.
It doesn't matter.
Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Do I get some sort of reward?
Yes,
Okay.
but you'll have to slay her before you get it. It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Okay, so right now we have these options. Not all of them trigger the next scene, but some of them do. Okay, so let's now do some, like, you can turn around, leave, and that leads to a specific path, but let's not do that. um, let's just go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses.
So a second voice appeared. This is the voice of the
Ignore him.
hero.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So one thing you need to understand, and you like eventually will, but the voice of the narrator and the voice of the hero are fundamentally different in the sense that the voice of the narrator is an external being, and the voice of the hero is more like some sort of projection of yourself. And let's go to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, so now we have a decision here. We can either take the blade or enter the basement without it. This is like the second critical decision. The first one was turn around and run away from the cabin or just go to the cabin. So we should pick one. I don't know if anyone watching wants to see either or the scenario. I will perform several of them, so it's not definitive, but what would you like to do first? Okay, I'm going to enter the basement without the blade first, because there are
The door to the basement
better
creaks
scenarios.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the
So
stairs.
here comes the gaslighting again.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth.
Okay, yeah,
her teeth
there's your
tearing
jump scare.
through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
So we can save the princess or try to slay her. Let's go with the safe option.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Like, look at her face. It's like,
Limb falls to the
okay,
ground,
this is
and the heavy
good.
chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Okay, so you don't hear the
This
narrator
isn't fair.
voice
You can't
properly,
just do
right?
that.
Well, let me.
Watch me.
How about that?
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't
So they
it?
make you
Y-
scroll
you
all the
know
way
you
down.
don't have to do this,
Like,
right?
slay her, slay her, slay her, slay
Your
her.
body lunges forward. The blade
By
in
the
your
end
arm,
of it,
ready to sink into her
half
heart.
of it, there is an option to try
Princess
to
dodges,
warn her.
stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Okay, good. Better
Stop
is
it.
good.
Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
So again, you have slay her a bunch of times, and I want to see that part when you try to slay her. But the first part I want to show you, it's the savior or the lover path is
The blade.
one of the most interesting
The blade.
possible scenarios.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
The narrator is just
We
irritated
both know
with you
this
at this
isn't
point.
You.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriating.
And that's your
rigid
hand, so
hands.
you are not actually
What
human.
are you
Um,
doing?
You are something else.
I'm
You don't
sorry.
know what.
I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay, so we did. But chapter 2, Council.
You're on a path.
So we were in
and at the end
chapter
of that
1.
path
It was called
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
the Hero and the
is a
Princess,
princess.
something like that.
You're here to slay her. If
We
you
will
don't,
get back to that
it will
probably.
be
So.
the end
yeah.
of the world.
So yeah, explorations are different now. We are conscious of what just happened, and we have to react to it.
Hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Okay, so now a new voice appears.
Beloved?
Smeaton.
Yes, you'll have to be
Smeaton
very
is completely
sneaky about your
devoted
intentions
to
if
the
you're going to try and
princess.
save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay. So
Those are
let's
two
assume
very
that
different
we
questions,
do-
but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you.
So
I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Okay, at this point, let's just go to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted.
I mean, this meeting is like having
the only thing
a
in the
narrator
world
that
we
goes
can
in the
believe in.
complete opposite
I think we've
direction.
already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries.
So the
A
cabin's
prison
different.
befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, so
That's
you
because
didn't say
there isn't
anything about the mirror.
There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror. Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done? Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of
So
place.
we have feathers. And again, let's enter the basement with our blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, a favor.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and
Oh my god, this meeting is so over the
You
top.
know she can't hear you, right?
Self-voicing disabled.
She may not be able to hear my
Sorry about that.
words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Okay, so
Now,
I
hold on.
wanted
If she
to
actually
address here.
ended a world,
You do realize
sure we
how
want to do this?
she's becoming
Sure
more
we want to
cartoonish
rescue her.
in the sense that it's a princess. Like the first time was someone in the basement, a princess of sort, but now it's just like a fairy tale princess. Does nothing, just smiles and waits for his dashing knight to come save her. So we have some explore options, but in the end, we only have the option to rescue her at this point. We didn't bring the dagger for the second time, so we
Rescue her?
are going
What
to
are you
rescue her.
talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Okay, here the hero questions that why hasn't she
Because
done it?
we've yet to present her with her
Okay.
freedom.
I'm going to stop the auto, continue just to address this sentence in particular, because we yet to present her with her freedom. So the fact is, the princess cannot free herself. We have to present her freedom. This is what like toxic relationship looks like. Like you have the classical dashing knight princess relationship. You need her to be freed. She cannot free herself, even when the solution, the way to free herself is evident.
I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Oh my god, it's so like honestly over the top. I don't have all the descriptor, really.
One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
So they throw back in his face what the narrator did the last time.
Would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would.
He would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
So you go
Approach the princess
forward
and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
you.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do we do now? So, we live and then we have a whole life to figure out what we want to do next. I think that triggers the scene of living, and I'm more interested in trigger the scene that led us to a third chapter. So, how this works is you can stop at chapter 2 and have a resolution, or you can move to a next chapter and then have a resolution. It's better to have a third chapter because now we are ending on a note that the princess is just this damsel in distress, and we're just the classical knight that have to save her. And we better go off and find a different ending because this one is not the most satisfying one.
Let me guess. End the world?
So you ask her what she wants to do, and the narrator goes and off his way and says, like, let me guess, end the world.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
So Shiv never had free will in this construction.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Okay, so there. I don't know. What do you want to do? So she needs like confirmation, like permission to have even an idea at all about what she wants. So if we go and insist on what she wants, there must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
I want to make you happy. So she only serves the purpose of make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I
Makes
want
sense
for
to
her,
me.
so of course she'd want the same for us.
So this meeting is completely in sync with that viewpoint. What will make you happy? Or you have to want something more than just making me happy. And all the options are most of the same. There is some really weird one. If you want to leave, then let's leave. I just want to leave. Or this isn't right, let's just get out of here. We need to insist yet again, because the option, I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
And she's starting to become more and more cartoonish. Like, as I said, it's It's not even a
Stupid.
person at this
Bro,
point,
what's going on?
and I think we should. Okay, we should insist once more.
I just want to make you happy.
Okay,
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big...
okay, so this is the option. Clearly something's happening here, I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here, nobody gets hurt, and we just figure out a way to be happy together? And that's a middle ground, that's not a solution. But that's actually our response, the one we need to give.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
So she's finally getting to the realization that she wants you to be happy, but she wants something for herself. And that something is not stay there. She wants to actually live and make you happy, not just make you happy and maybe live.
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Oh, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable. But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
And now this meeting's realizing like this can't be, like this is it's impossible. But it is possible. You can love and you can also want to be independent.
No, it has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart.
Okay, so this is the negotiation step where no, we should make things more comfortable. We should make it better, make it more fitting for a princess. So why not? This is just scratching the surface. It's like you're trying to still force yourself onto her. You're still trying to keep her a prisoner of your own will, and don't let her have a free will.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that. Oh, but I do.
So Smithing just took over.
What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall for... You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it. Your
Oh no! What are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider. And yet, it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloody
So this
chest.
is another iteration.
Loosened
He's actually
threads
physically
of your
showing
body unfurling
her
to cover the
his
surface
heart.
of the room.
But the idea is that, like,
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know
And still,
she wants.
give her everything she doesn't know she wants. But she knows. She knows what she wants. And you know she knows what she wants. You just trying to preserve the idea of that, like you are in control and you're showing her the path to her freedom, then you're showing her what she really wants to do, uh, and it's all just controlling.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
So the hero is basically just resigned at this point. Epilogue: happily ever after.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin. Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the Lupin last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that. Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! Can't say I'm happy to be here.
So we got the voice of the skeptic.
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes? We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
So where is the Smitten? The voice of the Smitten is missing. And as the first time, the voice of the hero is going to say something that is very reasonable, but that is alright now too.
The other one? Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say, absent. Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time. Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
Self-voicing enabled. Self-voicing disabled.
Doesn't matter if the place here, we didn't use it the last time and the time before. That's just to kill us. So none of you are going to talk about the mirror.
Oh,
Let's go with that.
I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on. Like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do. Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work? You better not do it again. Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone. Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the... You said that last time too, but that hasn't stopped it from showing up again. Or moving. Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk... You cross the room. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time. You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all.
That doesn't work here.
Nice. Fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature? That is precisely why she poses a threat.
So, okay.
I don't know.
That's a good observation.
Weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning. No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay? And don't eat the food. This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the centre of the room, the princess seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down?
Okay,
Wouldn't that be nice?
so now can we start being happy together? It's...
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right? Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said. Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned? I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem. For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what...
So let's eat.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample
So the food is so
countless
good, like
worldly dishes,
it's described in this
sauces and
grandiloquent
bread and
way.
hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your
And now
cup
I'm getting
fills itself
hungry.
again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
So it's over and you're just as hungry as at the
Wasn't that
beginning.
perfect? We should do it again.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing, and the food is good. Again, you tear into golden, crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you've done this already.
So this is interesting. We're going down this path of repetition. And like, the food is this perfect thing that it's just okay. And you have done it already, and that's life. Like, if you've done it, every time you repeat the same thing, the exact same thing, it's going to be a little bit more bland, like just not as good,
And then it's over,
unless you have
and you're just as
something
hungry
to make
as when
it
you began.
as good as before.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
It will be perfect if we just do it again, but that's not true. You cannot recapture what was perfect just by repeating it.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again.
So this is very, very well done, in the sense that I'm pretty sure anyone watching this specific scene can relate to some relationship they had at some point in their lives. I surely can relate to some past relationships where things weren't good or weren't as good as I expected it to be. And the whole thing was like, I don't know better than just try again to recapture what was at the beginning. And it's never like that. It never works like that.
The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it...
Okay, sorry about that. I just pushed a button.
So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending.
It's trending down.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. The meat is greasy. The
Bread
bread is
sauce.
tough, its crust hurting
Cuts
your
hurting
jaw
your
as you
jaw.
chew. The
And you
grey
chew.
vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating.
So that's the moment everything breaks. So this is exactly right, yeah? So you are in a relationship, you try to do stuff to make it be alive, and you're constantly failing. And something doesn't feel quite right, but you keep trying, and keep trying, and keep trying, and with every attempt, you only realize you are more miserable than you were before.
At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time.
And at least you have the memory.
I'm so tired of this.
I'm
As
so
the
tired
words
of
leave her
this.
mouth, one of the
She
torches
says
on
the
wall
truth
sputters,
for
then
the
goes
first
out
time,
entirely.
and one of the lights goes off.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but
As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
So, in response to one light going off, the other 3 start to bright shiner. That's the reaction, right? You find out something in your relationship doesn't work anymore, and you try to establish what would you still have. So I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say. That's the truth. And that's what we perceive as the truth, so what's we're going to
But
say.
it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
I don't want him to be upset with me. So that's a real feeling.
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
it all makes sense now. It's him, isn't it? He's making all of this happen. He's the one who's trapped us here. Who? The lovesick one, the one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response.
No, I saw him smile. That's him.
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
He says his words are just for me, but he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to
Isn't
do?
this what you wanted him to do?
He says he's tired. I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
But as you attempt to get up, the torches flare and shadowed hands pin your wrists to the arms of your too comfortable seat. There will be no getting up. There will be no attempts to slay her. At least not for now. The princess smiles nervously.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. That's just how it works here. We don't have to go anywhere anymore. We have everything we need. He just wants us to be happy.
Do we actually have everything we need?
Like we've been given everything someone else has told us we wanted. But it isn't what we want.
So
As the
another
words
light.
leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is awful.
I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to our...
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes! Why wouldn't they be? Let's not talk about it. I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen? I'm too scared to say. What if my answer is what blows?
So, I'm too scared to say, what if my answer is what blows out? So, yeah, that's when you're back against the wall in that relationship that you know it is wrong, you know what you have to say, you don't want to say it. And probably in that last torch, uh, a lot of relationships stay for quite a while when they shouldn't. And that's the truth. If your answer would blow it out, then it needs to be blown out. So if what you feel, if what you think can blow out a relationship, it probably is not worth to keep it.
It does, doesn't it? Then that's my answer.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out. She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
So you are. It's dark in here, isn't it?
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
So that's the question. Like, there was love, then there was conflict of interests, there was irreconcilable differences, but at the end, you still care, and they still care. So the most truthful one is this one. So let's go with that.
Maybe that's what we should do. Leave.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does if he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
So the narrator is finally wavering. He realizes that if what it takes to save the world is put you and her through this suffering, it's probably not worth it. That won't happen again. But yeah, there are a few situations where the narrator gets to that conclusion, I think.
It really was just all meaningless blather then.
Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Jen, he's really gone.
Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more...
The stars are so beautiful. We should dance. Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
So she feels cold and something takes her away. And we finished the first part. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we... Is that a mirror? Why is it here?
If there's even a her to find anymore.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
That awful thing. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful.
There's something dreadful about it.
I don't think you should.
And so the hero is resisting looking at the mirror.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The skeptic is more like, I want to know, but I know I don't really like the answer I'm going to get.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
You brush the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They are gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what is in it. So the voices are gone, and we're looking at the mirror. It is you. You're alone in a place that is empty, and it's quiet here. Go to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Brush her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart.
She will make for an honest heart.
Do not mourn her.
Don't mourn her.
She has finally learned to
learned
sing
to
for
sing for
herself.
herself. So yeah, that's what you get. Like, the final we got is she finally has the ability to have her own opinion, her own thoughts, do what she wants to do and not what we or they want her to do.
How can the world have ended if we are talking? I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt. You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are. She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends? You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us,
and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole.
So
And
basically
perhaps
the
then
request
we'll
is
know
for you to
freedom.
go and do more of these playthroughs to bring her more things. So
I have not lived.
Self-voicing,
I am not afraid to die.
self-voicing disabled.
Everything. Until we meet
until
again.
we meet again. So this restart is not like the others. The other restarts are soft restarts. You remember everything you have done, the path you've taken. This restart is more final. You forget everything and you start over, like from the very beginning, with nothing distorted like the last times.
More than you have found.
More than you have found,
but
the
less
less
than
there
there
are to find.
I am infinite.
That's very
the rest
unhealthy.
will find their own way home. Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
So to destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. So there is no endings.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. She asks that
She asked me
I
to tell you to remember her.
You won't.
You won't. Everything gets dark and you die. And there you have it, the hero and the princess. We're back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
Path, it's
is
a cabin. And in the end,
and in the basement of that cabin
cabin is a
is
princess.
a princess. You're here,
You're here
to
to slay
her.
her. If you don't,
If you
it will
don't,
be the end of
it
the
will
world.
be the end of the world.
So we are back to the very, very beginning. The options right now are the same they were for the first time, so this is going to be faster now. We just go to the cabin.
You make your
The
way
dialogue
up
is the
short
same, so
path
I'm going
the
to skip
cabin.
it.
A warning: she will lie.
The
You're not
narrator
gonna
says
go
the
ignore
same,
him. He doesn't know what he's
the
talking
hero
about.
says the same, and you have the same options. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to start showing only when the situation
The interior
differs
of the
and
cabin is
we are
almost
going down
entirely
to
bare.
another path.
The air is stale and musty. The blade.
So let's again not take the blade immediately. I will take the blade at some point, but
The daughter
I
her
want to
voice
see this one.
softly.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hello, it's someone
Yes,
here,
don't.
there. It's the same interaction. Just go downstairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would you walk down the stairs. I am
Same idea.
begging.
Hi.
We want to
You're only making
let's
this.
rescue
you.
her.
You're making no. You
We
walk
can't
large.
I'm
because
guessing you don't.
Maybe
the
it's
narrator closed the door.
Okay. I'll be.
Is someone
You can check, you can whatever, but you are going to return to
to
the
make
bottom.
easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at them.
I heard the doors.
There's
The
a
same
slight
thing
panic
happens. She
rising.
starts
If I could just
Creepy
get.
She barely, as she
hand.
rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes. It's the
the
ball.
blade
It won't
appears. We are going to try to save her again.
fine, and you cut into the
But
blade.
you
is sharp.
will
She didn't know.
realize this
How
time
is she still?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
as
We won't. As the
we
prince.
approach her,
Watch me.
you have slay, and you have to warn her. The option to warn her. We will pick that one. Just because
Always
it
come
changes
over
if
hasn't
you
it?
Your body
actually
lunges
try to
forward.
kill her the
blade
first
held
time or
low,
the second
ready
time.
to sink into her heart.
And
Stop it.
now, as we approach, the resist option is gone. So that means we cannot repeat what we already played. So we cannot enter the same chapter 2. That's a consequence of the fact that this save is already passed from chapter 2, the damsel. So we cannot enter the damsel again. We have to try to slay her.
There's no getting
And
through to you right
she
now, is there?
feels
Betrayal
betrayed,
of will
of
is
course.
still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
And she addressed that she's not a
Pounces
damsel in
on you with the
distress.
same animal ferocity but you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and
It
you
goes
die.
dark and you die. Chapter 2, The Witch.
You're on a path
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path,
and at the end of that path is
is
a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
So, we have basically the same options here to chat, because we just started second chapter and that's what you get every time. So let's proceed to the cabin.
a warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Don't believe a word she
Don't
says.
worry. You can trust us
And
to
there's
get the
the
job done.
opportunist. We
The
got the boys
interior
of
of
the
the cabin is a
opportunist.
mess of twisted roots, the walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, so this time we do have to take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
So the same thing, you can talk about the mirror, he's going to
You walk
die,
with
you
it.
can approach the mirror, you can
You reach
try to
forward,
touch the
rub
mirror,
your
and
hand
look at
against the
spirit.
cabin wall.
And you
I
enter
hope
the
you know
basement.
how ridiculous you look right now. The door to the base, the weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I probably won't bite. Okay, so it is a witch.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
So she
She must have you
remembers the
confused
betrayal.
with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Mhm.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Mhm.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue. Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
So this time she used.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop.
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. That binding I shed is just a symbol of the crueler magic at work in this place. If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
So, the most counterintuitive answer is actually the one I will be showing you, and the one I generally like to go for, unless I'm trying to complete all the different paths, which cannot be done in one single playthrough because it's limited. But this one, give her the blade, triggers the chapter 3 we want to see.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. As do I. I, abstain? You abstain? She's going to kill.
So you can enforce to
You're going
give
to
her
get
the blade.
everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why
Why?
did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time.
What do you think happens now?
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart. What? No. No, come on, that's not... I told you! I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it! I got you! You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
So we go to chapter 3. The Torn.
You're on a path in the woods. She stabbed us. She actually Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against. But the whole point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway. I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Okay, so there are some explore options that are new. I want to address, like, this place different, it keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which in turn likely means her influence is spreading.
So she's the one changing things.
Someone's in the know. I've had enough of these annoying little secrets. If you want us to do this, you have to let us in on your game already. All of your game. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her. She gets out is what happens. Maybe not right away, but eventually. And a world that's doomed tomorrow is just as bad as a world that's doomed today. I'm not sure I buy that. Everything has to end eventually. If it takes years to get out of there and supposedly end the world, then we've bought everyone that time. And all without having to murder anybody in the process. Not that she's innocent, but murder is unpleasant and risky. It could be a better... You're here to permanently end the threat she poses. You're not here to temporarily postpone it.
So, no matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through. Proceed to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. Are you talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to...
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
So the blade's missing.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it... Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
So approach the mirror.
You step
Yes.
forward. When away, you reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are your figures? Well, seems like the only way to go is forward. Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going. They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
So there's the monotone, and the key is like, if the last time was control, yeah, you had control over her and she didn't know what to do about herself without your control. This time is about trust. Yeah, so you're building trust, or you have trust issues, you have distrust. How you overcome that? It's what she's struggling with, because she's not being able to reciprocate the trust you gave her, and she doesn't know what to do.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Okay, so yeah, I'm here to laugh. What did you think would happen after you killed me? Did you think I wouldn't hold it against you? So this is vengeful. This is obviously not the answer, but this is some answer some people will get to in this situation. I'm not here to laugh, I'm here to free you if you let me. So yeah, this is exactly right, and the opposite to what it was last time. Like, we are on the other end of the spectrum. She's trapped on a prison made by herself, by her own distrust, and that's it. You want to help, you want to contribute, but you need to be on the same page, both of you, and that page is to trust each other.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
So yeah, that's a reaction, all right? She wants to trust you, but she has trust issues. So as she says that, she's becoming more vulnerable. She holds on to the thing that gives her an edge.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
So that's distrust right there. Like, why are you helping me if you're not helping yourself? Like, you are not being selfless, because I don't know how to be selfless. So that must be a lie, right? You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. As stark as you are, I think we need to live together. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind? Reach for the blade, which is not. You're in prison, turn around, blah blah. What have you? Is there nothing I can say to change your mind? It's still not right, I think, because something I can do is not. So you're not the only one who have freedom, and as strapped as you are, it's also not perfectly right. But I think it's more empathetic than the other option. The other option's putting like the blame on her, and this one is trying to level with her.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
So she
That
tightens the
sounds
grip.
nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
I'll be damned. She really gave it to us.
It feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what we should do with it.
So the opportunist wants to take the chance.
We free her, obviously. It's the right thing to do.
I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides, it would really stick it to him to free her. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
It's 2 against 1.
It's 2 against 2.
You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Okay, so this comes from a place that you've hurt each other enough, and you're trying to find a way to trust back again, and that's exactly right. So I think we got her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free.
Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's
So the
free
opportunist
this
is taking the
princess.
opportunity to switch sides as he likes, because that's what Opportunity stole.
Even if he'll stick a knife in our back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while. See? We're all friends here. United in our action. Yeah, united. But the other one has a point. If it keeps you quiet, sure. We're all friends. You take the blade to the thorny, and she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Is that really all you've got, threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you. Our blade didn't even waver when he said that. Yeah, you're right, he's a bit of a nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Okay, so the opportunity is jumping and his chance of saying like, okay, no, I was with you all along because the narrator now holds no power, which is true. The narrator now holds no power, and it's not in control anymore. It has happened before. It happens every time you get to this point. At this point, you are in control of the decisions, and the narrator has no say, no agency. Not like at the beginning, that if you try to do something, he will say no. You have to do this, and why not?
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
She smiles. Her hand shameful, really, that you're getting desperate. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Still, yeah, at this point you can step into the thorns.
You step
and they
into the
will
thorns covering the
away.
basement stairs. They yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? It feels so good to hear you say that you're admitting you've lost and we've bested you at your own game at last. I don't care what happens now. That's all I've wanted. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
So yeah, distrust can be a prison, and to leave, all you have to do is trust each other. Step into your
Hands
freedom.
clasped, the two of you open the door and
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
So it's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. So we are back here again.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Just approach the mirror.
Oh, I don't like that silence.
So the voices go away again. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. So the reflection is bigger than you. It's not so. You find yourself no quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
So, are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? We will get nothing
I'm
from
sorry.
that one. Sure.
Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers,
Okay, if
then
you don't
need
want to
not
answer
ask me
questions, that's
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
okay. And this alone, you know what you want to do. You know, the other thing, once you finish, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, I feel invisible wall closes around me. Why can't do not do the same things I done before? Yeah.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? So this will trigger like the first one was a kind heart, I think.
This one yearns
Yearns
for
for
connection
connection
she
she
feels
feels
she
she doesn't
doesn't
deserve.
deserve.
Even
Even
with shown
when shown
compassion,
compassion,
she
she
gives
hid
herself
herself
away.
away. She will make for a cautious heart.
Cautious heart. So yeah.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Don't mind, she isn't not anymore. And I'm
I
ready to
will
go
long
back.
for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods,
And
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So, I think this is a good stopping point for now. So, let's wrap it up. This has been good. I like this game so much. Even when I played it to completion, every single path, this feels interesting. I find so much meaning in the whole game all the time. So what I want to do going forward is to ask you what you want to see next. Again, if you are part of the community already, I will be doing the polling in my channel and asking you to answer it via Discord. We'll talk there about moving forward with Nintendo Switch 2 or PlayStation 5 or PC. Those are my options right now. If you are watching the reproduction later, and you want to leave me in the comments what you would like to see. So far we play Resident Evil Requiem Sanity mode until like we go to the care center with Grace, the second stage on the care center, and we played this one, Slay the Princess. We completed 2 paths. We have around 3 more left before reaching the first actual ending of the game. And that's it. That's all for me. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. And I will see you soon.